methodology from Charlie Kreitzberg at Cognetics Corporation, an old friend, partner, and buddy. And his website actually takes the broader issue. He'd like to invite you to join the lucid computing movement, not just methodology, but he would like this theme of lucid to be what we see. When I talk about comprehensible, predictable, and controllable, he says, oh yeah, you mean lucid. And he likes that shorter one-word phrase. Logical, user-centered interaction design to fight for usability, software usability. Our goal is to humanize the design of software. We will save industry billions of dollars and create new markets for computer products and increase our well-being. And he cites the Tom Landauer studies as well. And he also, there's a nice, on his website you can get some other resources and other case studies and arguments for it. But let's see. Whoops, I want to go to, well, I'll go for my slides. His 6-stage lucid methodology is right here in your notes here. And it's a simple enough framework which has room for variability. But at each of these 6 stages, there are 13 components to look at. Things like costs and schedules and documents and deliverables, etc. But the first thing, Charlie makes the point about developing the high product concept. In 25 words or less, tell us what this product is all about. And then you follow through with research and the needs analysis, understanding the user's tasks in this component-by-component way I suggested, all the different classes of users, all the different kind of tasks they might accomplish. And then he has one idea I particularly like, this phrase of key screen prototypes, where there's going to be 1 or 2 key screens that give you the idea for what this system is all about. It's sort of the heart of the system. It gives you a center point, a home place, and also provides you with this, the framework of what the other, or the style in which the other pages will be developed. And so you start with that key screen prototype. You get buy-in and understanding from everyone, managers, designers, programmers, and so on. Then you go on for the iterative design and refinement, taking all those different user communities, all those different tasks, and now amplifying on the key screen idea and building all your 30, 300, or 3,000 screens and dialog boxes that serve all of the users' tasks and users' needs, building it in how many different foreign languages you might need, building it in different versions for different platforms, etc. So the design gets done, and then you implement the software. That's real important. And here the idea that interface design is like architecture comes out very strongly in my mind, that you don't start, pouring concrete and building buildings until you finish with the design. And I think the blueprints of a building are, we should see, very close to the idea of the design for the user interface. In fact, I like it very much, and many organizations are using the term of user interface architects, because, and I'll reflect on this later in the hour, or in the show, we need to see our Frank Lloyd Wrights of user interface are still developing. But the important separation that design comes first before you start writing software. I think that's a central notion, and that the designers will be very much in tune with the user's needs. Implement the software, and then roll out support that makes sure that in the early stages of the new system, the problems that inevitably will come up will be cleaned up, and that the costs of these early revisions will be small, and that the users will be successful. So you'll have ample training and people around to facilitate the early users and make sure they're successful, and that'll spread the good word about the system and the system and its design. On the remaining slides, I've detailed some of that, and you can find the rest of it on Charlie's website for the Lucid Computing Movement. I encourage you to sign up, send him some email, join the discussion group, and there will be other public events, such as the Usability Professionals Association is moving to take over this this effort, and they will meet in the summer of '98 here in Washington, D.C. So that brings me to the close of this first hour. Are there any questions locally here? Ralph?
When you do such usability testing, you by nature have a very small group. You can't usually afford much, and your statistics are very suspect. So
Right. I don't think